Welcome back to Scinary Information Nexus, your podcast of shame.
Hello and welcome back to another episode. It is Tuesday, November the 11th, Veterans Day, and I want to say thank you to all the veterans that have served this country. We absolutely appreciate it. Today, we will be traveling to Illinois for the Illinois Education Technology Conference. It is currently 0:30, and as you can see, that's Brazos pulling up to pick me up. We are headed to DFW and then off to Chicago, and then hopefully we'll catch a plane from Chicago to Springfield. However, there may be some challenges there. Challenges are the government is shut down. We don't know anything about TSA lines. We don't know which flights are going to be delayed. We don't even know if we're going to get to Springfield today. But if we do get to Springfield, we'll be there all week, and hopefully we can return on Friday, pending government shutdown mess. So stay tuned.
So in the last clip, Brazos, who has showed up here to pick me up, has already ruined the vehicle that we were driving up to Dallas. This is a company vehicle. A deer ran out in front of him and actually absolutely crushed the front of the car. So we're going to make separate plans. This is boding well for the trip.
All right, sit rep. It is 5:30 in the morning. We are at DFW Airport. Cleared security really quickly. It's the first time that I've ever cleared. They were faster than me. I was struggling to get all my stuff out of the bag to put it through in the bin to get it x-rayed, and man, they were quick. They were like, just come on. Didn't have to take my shoes off or my belt off or anything. So we were here really early. We don't board till like 8:30, but we didn't know about the situation on the ground, so we decided to get up here a little early, a couple of detours because they're doing construction. It's been a mess so far this morning, but we are here at DFW. Next stop, Chicago. All right, welcome back to another episode in the wildlife of Brazos and Richard. We are still here at DFW Airport. We've been here for 2 hours because I insisted on getting here early because we didn't know about TSA or airline delays or anything like that. But we're here now. We've been here for 2 hours. Been talking business. We've solved the world's problems 4 times already.
So wonder what you can do in the airport.
Yeah, absolutely, with a bunch of people walking around. But we are 30 minutes away from boarding, which we hope we were 30 minutes away from boarding.
Well, so if anything, if the delay happens, or I don't think what's going to happen now, but
right.
This is when we would want it to be delayed, is when we're here in Texas, not in Chicago.
Because it's a short walk back to the car. We can damn sure get back in the car and head back home, which if that is what the universe wants us to do, that's what we will do.
The universe is not having a lot of fun with me today.
No, it is not. After wrecking the Rogue, or actually a deer wrecked the Rogue, but you're driving, so you're at fault, obviously, unless you can find the deer.
I don't think I'm going to be able to find the deer. I really don't.
So, as a matter of fact, and we are using our new mobile podcast studio. We've got the lavaliers on. I've got the I look like a knob because I got this damn selfie stick.
Straight out of like 2015.
Yeah, straight out of 2015. It looks like a lightsaber or something, but yeah, we're making the best of it here. But hopefully we'll get to Chicago. We've got 3 hours to lay over in Chicago before we go to fly to Springfield. So maybe we can get some deep dish in Chicago Airport.
Also, it's 46 here. What's the temperature in Chicago?
It's like 25.
Yeah. And, both native Texans. So.
Yeah, we're not happy about that either. Yeah. But stay tuned. There should be some more footage coming once we get to Chicago. See you then. So we are in Chicago and we're trying the deep dish.
I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, they seem to have forgotten about Thanksgiving.
Also, the pizza was airport pizza.
What can you expect?
Yep. Just with a single key.
Hey, and we are here at the IETC event venue, downtown Springfield, Illinois, which is a absolutely beautiful city. Lots of fall colors going on. It really reminds me of home. So it's a beautiful, beautiful town. Brazos is working currently.
All the work.
All the work.
Records.
Absolutely. He carried all my bags and everything. It's been a great trip for me. I slept most of the way. But it is, I want to say it's about 4:30 local here, which is central. But because we're in a higher latitude, the sun sets at like 4:30, which is odd. So Brasman and I, as soon as we get finished setting up, we're going to try to go get us a steak or something and kind of wind down from the travel day. Again, as you've seen, our day started like at 3:30 in the morning. So we're glad to be here 12, 13 hours later and setting up. So yeah, stay tuned. And we are set up. Didn't take us too long. We're going to need a new one of those though at some point.
We've needed several of those.
Yeah, and
They've
it's
been on like 10 different plane rides, and probably after the first one, we needed a new one.
Yeah, so, but we're here and set up. Now we need to go print out some flyers, and then we'll be ready to man the booth tomorrow morning. So this conference, while in Springfield, Illinois, a town of about 120,000 people, is going to be very large. There's some space for some very large booths here. And they've laid it out really, really nice. They've got the numbers on the aisles, and there's a lot of folks that we know already here, so we're really excited to get started here. All right, we are walking in downtown Springfield, going to Obed and Isaac's Pub. I've got my hoodie on because it's freezing out here.
Yeah.
Wind is blowing pretty good.
And I've got a down jacket, scarf, gloves.
Yeah, I don't have any of that shit. I got a hoodie. So, but we're going to go partake in some pub food and maybe a couple of drinks, because I know we both need them after the.
We're going to have to rank the beers at the pub, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I may go a little stronger than the beers. I may have to have full-on whiskey
then
for
you're
this
gonna
trip.
have to rank it for Greg.
So it's ironic that we started this day at 3:30 in the morning. It's only like 5:30 here.
Yeah, it's 5:30.
I mean, it's pitch black.
It's still Central Time.
Yeah, it is still Central Time, but because of the latitude, it is pitch black. But yeah, we're gonna go get some food, get some drinks, and I know both of us are going to sleep really, really good this evening. Depending on how this pub goes, you may not hear from us again until tomorrow.
Just like
or
the podcast.
You may there may be segments that are just completely not included in the podcast. Either way, we should have fun. So see you soon. Okay, we are leaving the pub.
Yeah,
we're happy.
Like I said, it's what is it? 43 degrees outside. 3 beers in, I don't feel that at all.
I'm 3 old fashions in, and I'm definitely feeling it.
I can also say that the supposed Springfield Horseshoe sandwich open-faced thing, pretty good. It's like you take I had the corned beef one. I don't know if that's traditional or not, but it's like bread, corned beef.
I've never heard of it, but
and then poutine on top is what it is. I mean, it's pretty good. I liked it.
So I had the fish and chips and 3 old fashions. I don't really know what to tell you about the fish and chips. They were sustenance, but the old fashions were great. So we are now headed back to the hotel after a night out. It is probably 7:30 at night on the 11th.
7:25.
7:25. So I imagine when I get back to the room, I'm going to die and wake up in the morning ready to go. So stay tuned.
One thing real quick. So I had the first beer that I had was the mashed pumpkin. It was a regular ale and they on the menu they were saying it was like a pumpkin pie themed style thing,
like a fall festival beer.
Like brown sugar, pumpkin pie, etc. I did not get a single note of that personally. The next thing I had was their watermelon sour. Was actually really good. I will say I'm probably one of the very few people that I'm a sour guy. It's very rare. There's specifically a Fourscore brewery in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Very good.
Oh, good Lord, here we go.
And then
we're about to get the history of the beer.
The final one was the Unicorn. I just asked the waiter for what their recommendation was. It was an IPA. I'm not an IPA guy. If you watch the podcast, you know that. So not a huge fan.
So, but mission accomplished. We're here in Springfield. We've had a very good day, and now it's time for sleep to get ready for the conference tomorrow, and we will check in the morning. Bye. Okay, so it is day 2 here in Springfield, Illinois at IETC, the Illinois Education and Technology Conference. This is view from my hotel room. We're getting ready to go downstairs, or I'm getting ready to go downstairs and meet Brazos. So that we can get the day started. I'm hoping that we can pull a couple of people over to interview, sit down with. I know we have a session at 3:30 that we're going to be discussing ransomware and how to break the attack chain on ransomware. So we'll see if I can pull some of those folks and we can just have a conversation on camera.
Well, we made it back.
Barely.
It is, what is today? Is today Wednesday?
Yeah, it's Wednesday, November 19th, technically. So we technically made it back last Friday.
Yeah, we did. And that was kind of fraught with peril on our trip back, almost like our trip to going to the thing. So Brazos and I are back in Texas after a very successful week in Illinois at the Illinois Education Technology Conference that was held in Springfield, Illinois. Absolutely beautiful town. We're providing this, it's not a voiceover, it's kind of an intro into all the crazy like iPhone recordings that we did.
Is it an intro or an outro?
I don't know. We'll call it an intro and an outro.
Yeah, I mean, whatever Brian decides.
Yeah, so just a synopsis of it. We left out early Monday morning. It was 3:30 when you picked me up at the house.
Oh, yeah, from Texas, yeah.
Yeah, you got hit by a deer.
Yep.
We had to park the car.
And that is right. I got hit by the deer. I didn't hit the deer.
Everybody's insurance rates are going up. And I was it was me. I was nervous about TSA because the government was shut down at that point. So I was like, we need to get up there super early.
Yep.
Because we didn't know about TSA lines or anything like that. So we did, and we wound up clearing security in record time.
Yeah, like fastest TSA like throughput I've ever seen. So it was crazy because. And I've heard that there's something about they don't want to identify, like they don't want you to identify the patterns or whatever about what's going on. But it's like, didn't have to take off the belt, didn't have to take off the shoes, laptops didn't have to come out of the bag. I mean, just
it was
nuts. Right through the thing.
It was nuts. They said I had to take off my hoodie because I had a hoodie on, and they said you got to take your hoodie off. So I'm trying to get in the lady that was at the X-ray booth where you do your hands up in the air and stuff. She was like, "Come on, honey, come on." I'm like, "I'm trying to get my stuff off." Give me some time. But yeah, got us in there. I think that whole process took less than 30 seconds, and we got in there and then we waited.
Yeah.
And we waited. We watched the sun come up over DFW Airport.
It was a long wait.
It was a long wait, but we did board and we did fly into Chicago, which we got some really good video of as we're coming in. And strangely enough, I'd never been to Chicago. Mm-hmm. I was surprised. First of all, there was snow on the ground.
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily surprised about that. What I was surprised about from the air, that is a very densely packed city.
Yeah.
It when you're flying in, you can kind of see like down all the roads are straight, and you can kind of see down the roads, and they're these 3-story housing buildings, and I guess there's maybe apartments, but there were tons of them everywhere, and it was really odd to me to see that, because being from Texas, I'm used to seeing. I know we have our communities and they've got houses and cul-de-sacs and everything like that, but these were actual like neighborhoods that had their own grocery and everything. It was just so densely packed outside of Chicago that that's what surprised me about it. And I will say this, seeing it from the air, that is one Great Lake.
It is, I mean, that's the reason it has the name.
Yeah, it was one Great Lake. So we landed in Chicago, and of course, when you're in Chicago, you got to have the deep dish. We didn't have the time to go out.
Yeah. So airport deep dish was the name of the game there. So I don't even know if you can really call it deep dish. In fact, you probably can get better here in Texas.
Google, well, you're gonna have a fight on your hands.
I mean, okay, so deep dish in an airport or deep dish in Texas. In fact, we've got the whole like old Chicago.
Yeah,
right?
No, I get it. It wasn't very good. It wasn't very good. Google told me it was good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can't rely on the Google reviews all the time. Again, especially in an airport.
Luckily, our flight to Springfield was undelayed. Mm-hmm. It may have been a 5-10 minute delay, but it wasn't anything terrible.
Yeah, was it that they moved the gate?
They did move the gate.
Yeah, they moved the gate, and then the only thing that I remember from Chicago to Springfield is that when it was boarding time, there was 5 minutes over boarding time, and then we looked behind us and they were on the group 6 of 9 because they didn't ever call it, or we didn't
we didn't hear it. We were talking to the couple from Springfield and we didn't hear it, and oh no, that's just first class. We're like, well, that's kind of us.
Yeah.
So but yeah, the trip to Springfield was uneventful. Got there, it was 40 below zero with the wind chill. It was cold.
At least for native Texans.
At least for native Texans. We went and set up our booth, which again, all the video of all of this will be playing, so you can see us set up. Brazos did most of the work, as he always does.
All the work.
The conference itself was very good. We met a lot of good folks. We met the good folks from Weebot. Is it Weebot? The wireless.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so, and funny enough, the lady that was there lives just right down the street from Waco. She lives in Temple. So we palled around with them for a little bit, palled around with some other, booth people that were there, met them at, a restaurant, later in the week, and had some drinks.
How did that go, Richard?
It went well. It went well.
You want to, what did you call that one guy that you ran up to upstairs? Crooked nose Tony or something.
They were not going to let me in there. I don't know what they were doing in that room, but they were not going to let me in.
He comes downstairs and Brazos, there's somebody that needs to see you upstairs. What? What do they want? I don't know, but they need to see you upstairs.
You don't need to be here, see? I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, but anyway, that was a fun evening. We ate the Horseshoe.
Yeah.
You had the full on Horseshoe sandwich the night that we got there. That's what you have in Springfield is the Horseshoe. And a Horseshoe sandwich is just Texas toast with your choice of meat, I believe, cheese sauce, and French fries.
Yeah.
All open faced.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like literally a heart attack on a platter.
Pretty much. And I had it with corned beef.
Yeah. So, was it good?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a clip in kind of the overall thing, but yeah, I thought it was decent. I don't know if the corned beef is traditional, but I would assume out of all the options they had, it's the most traditional, but I don't really know. I'm not from Springfield.
In the morning after Crooked Nose Tony, I had to have some breakfast. So I actually had the breakfast horseshoe. Which was biscuits, bacon, gravy, and tater tots all on top of it.
Didn't it have an egg?
It did have an egg, yes. It was basically all a breakfast on like 2 biscuits.
If you're from the Waco area, there's what it reminded me of is there's the Texas Great Country Cafe in Whitney, Texas. It's got the haystack. Honestly, the same thing.
Probably the highlight of the trip was our session. We actually gave a session, something that some of you may have already seen before, the Breaking the Chain webinar. We kind of just rehashed those slides for a new audience. Believe it or not, it was one of the biggest turnouts we've ever had for a talk at a conference. And check this out. I counted. There was 15 people there.
Wow, that's 15 more than we normally get.
That's 15 more than we normally get. We may get 3 or 4 in our talks or something like that. I think the last one that I did in Virginia, I had like 4 dudes in there. But, and I get it. You don't know who we are. It's, we're going to be talking about ransomware. And by and large, it was an education technology conference. So it really wasn't our jam, as it were. But we had, 15 technology directors that came to that talk. And one of the cool things about that is as we got finished with our talk, we had a dude come up to us and said, "Hey, I'm having an incident like right now."
Yeah.
And just so happened they were using ThreatDown EDR. So Brazos was able, he's like, "Hey, let's get out of this room because other people need it. Let's go up to the booth and we'll work it." And Brazos was there till 6:30 that night working that incident and getting that guy straight on ThreatDown. Now he agreed to migrate that console over to us so the SOC could look at it. But that's the first time that's ever happened to me, where you've got a guy that's actually going through, "Hey, I'm getting a lot of login attempts to my file server."
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely interesting. But I'm glad he came up and said something, because I feel like a lot of people in that type of situation would have been a little too nervous to actually come up and say,
hey. or this perception of embarrassment, because I don't really know what's going on, and these guys seem like they know what's going on, but I don't want them to think that I don't know what I'm doing, type thing.
It's the idea of being, which we're not teachers, but we work in education, but oftentimes there's not a dumb question, right?
Right.
Like, it's like we often say during incident response or when we're talking to people is like, "Man, if your printer squeaks, give us a call." And it's because of that type of thing. Like it could very well be an incident. It could very well not be. And if it's the latter, great. I'd love to point out, "Nah, you're good, man. Like there's no incident."
I love it because, and I got a picture of it. I didn't get any video of it. We got a picture of it at the booth, and I'm hoping we can put it into this episode. The dude just handed you his laptop. He was like, "Can you fix this?"
Well, and the one thing that I thought was funny is every time I was he had a MacBook, and I am not a Mac person, and I kept having to be like, "Man, how do I get to like Notepad?"
Yeah. Now we're both embarrassed. Yeah. It's like, we swear we're cybersecurity professionals. We just don't understand Macs, right? But the cool thing about that was not only were you able to kind of, you didn't solve that incident, but it got to a point where it was mitigated enough that the dude could sleep good at night. But you also went through his settings, and like he didn't have anything. He didn't have all the like major stuff turned on because the company that just sold this stuff to him just sold it to him.
Yeah,
and it's the latest and greatest thing. And we agree. We use ThreatDown, but if you don't go in and turn on like Flight Recorder, if you don't turn on the fact that you need to, there's a checkbox that says, "Hey, I want to be able to isolate remotely."
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing is that so just like with any tool, the tool is only good if you know how to use it, or it's configured properly for the job that you're trying to do. And the unfortunate part with a lot of organizations out there is that they do just that. Like you'll have somebody sitting there like, "Man, this is the best DeWalt drill right here on the face of the planet," and they'll sell you a bill of goods, and then you get it, and you're like, "Man, sure is a good DeWalt drill. What do I use this thing for?
Exactly.
And so that was kind of the situation, is like he managed it himself. He's an IT director, knows IT, knows how to make sure his school's up and running and all the stuff that he does day in, day out. Security is not exactly his purview. So, I completely understand. And so being able to go in there and actually get it to work how it should be is also important.
And he was extremely grateful. He was extremely grateful. Again, we migrated him over to our console for free until he renews, and then we asked him what he was paying. He was paying an ungodly amount of money to a reseller, and I was like, oh, that's just terrible. I'll tell you what, we're going to migrate you over, and when you renew, you'll renew through us, and we're going to save you a ton of money, and we're going to manage it for you. So it was a win-win for everybody all around. That same night, I had the foresight to schedule an Uber to pick us up at 4:30 in the morning, Friday morning, because our flight left at 6. So I wanted to make sure that we were there. Again, didn't know about government shutdown, so I went ahead and scheduled it early.
So, and the funniest thing, right, is when we were leaving, the government was shut down, and then on Thursday, the government passed a bill to open the government back up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but remember where I was Thursday night?
Yeah.
I was in the bar.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what the hell was going on. All I know is that when we got up Friday morning, I checked my Uber app again, and it's scheduled 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And I said that just to set the stage.
Yeah.
For the
yeah. So we're sitting there in the hotel lobby, and I keep looking at the app, and it says, hey, ride's going to be assigned soon. I keep looking for a car to pop up, anything like that. Nothing's happening. And then I get a notification from Uber. We're sorry we let you down. You depended on us and we let you down. I'm like, oh. Yep. So then I started calling, you came down, and I started calling cab companies. Every cab company that I called, like, it was the out of service tone.
Yeah. Well, the unfortunate reality is that Uber is probably.
I found a 24-hour ride service, like limousines and stuff. And at this point in the week, it didn't matter. We were ready to come home.
Yeah.
Like, Springfield's nice, but we're ready to come home. If we got to rent a limousine to take a 15-minute ride from the hotel to the airport, that's what we were going to do. I called that dude up, and he said, man, we are all booked up. I'm like, it's 4:30 in the morning.
Parties go late in Springfield.
Evidently. But then, so, I'm on my phone. You're on your phone.
Yeah, I downloaded Lyft and tried to set up an account to see if I could get a ride.
I'm still messing with Uber to see if anybody will pick this up.
We're begging the front desk.
The front desk person.
And at this point, we had a group of people that were all like coming down because they had the same situation. They needed to get to the airport. And I remember we were asking the guy, because a lot of hotels, they have a shuttle service, and we're like, is there any way that you guys could take us there? And they're like, well, I'm the only person here, and I can't leave the front desk until somebody else gets here to take the shuttle. We're like, and I remember the lady was like, not even like, can we just give you $100 bill? Like, I'll give you $100 bill right now. Like, exactly. I need to get on this plane.
So the folks that we met in the lobby that were in the same situation as us, they had to catch that 6 a.m. flight to Chicago to catch a flight to go where they were going, which was Minnesota, were actually representatives of a company called Bytespeed. Which is a reselling integrator type company. They also do hardware stuff as well. Really, really nice folks. Anna Hansen, I can't remember the other guy's name.
I feel bad.
I think it was Brian.
Yeah.
But he was real quiet. Anna did all the talking, right? So we hit it off, and she's actually the one that got the dude to say, well, security can't go anywhere because he's security for the hotel. And she was the one like, hey, pay you $100 or whatever. And so I think they talk between themselves, the front desk guy and the security guy. And the security guy says, I'll go ahead and take y'all. And that was like at 5 a.m. And we're like, thank you.
Yep.
So on the ride there, we got to talking to the Bite Speed guys, and we just had another call today with them. Really seemed like really nice folks. We're really excited about that potential partnership. But it was just so funny because Anna was not going to stay there another minute.
Yes.
And I could tell she's probably a runner. She's athletic. Like if she had to sprint to the airport, that's what she was going to do and leave everybody else behind. Like, I'm out of here.
Well, I think at one point somebody like pulled up in a car and she's like, do you have the, like, can they take
Exactly. Yeah, it was. And we were desperate. Like I said, we were ready to get home as well, but Anna seemed to want it a little more.
Yeah,
which I think her title is director of sales. So she's got that. She's got that in her. So Anna, if you're listening, thank you for that. We absolutely appreciate it because we may still be in Springfield.
Yep.
If it wasn't for you. But we boarded our plane, no problems.
We did have that, like, what was it, like 20 minutes where, because we got to Chicago early, and then we had to sit on the tarmac for a while.
Right.
But it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, and we were. We had a tight connection.
Yeah, we had to start. Well, we had to sprint walk.
Yeah, we had a really tight connection. So waiting on the tarmac for 20 minutes. I remember going, oh man, this is going to be tight.
So the thing in my head is like I thought our layover in Chicago was like an hour. Like I kept thinking that, and I was like, okay, well, because when we were sitting on the tarmac and they kept saying like, okay, if any like people have tight connections, like don't get up if you don't have to leave. Right. I was like, oh yeah, we're one of those people. We'll just sit down and wait, and then like.
The plane is boarding in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We got to go.
Okay.
Yeah. But flew back into DFW. No issues there. Found our vehicle in the parking garage right where we left it and made it back to Waco. Probably got back home at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Honestly, I think it was earlier than that.
Yeah.
It was like 1. And the funniest thing about once I got back to Texas, I started that day in Springfield, right? Like probably 40, like low 40s or like high 30s, roughly. Down jacket, gloves, beanie.
Right.
Make it back to my house in Texas. Walk in,
85.
shorts, muscle t-shirt, like flip flops, and I'm like, I'm back home.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a really, really good trip. We really enjoyed it. We hope you enjoy the clips and the videos. And I'm sorry we didn't do like we're leaving video on that. But again, we didn't even know if we were going to get to leave. So Braz was like, "You want to do a thing?" And I'm like, "No." I mean, I'm mad, I'm upset, so it was one of, hungry. So it was one of those things. So, but we did have a good time. We intend to go back to Illinois probably in the spring.
I remember the text message to Miss Wanda whenever we were driving back. I'm coming home and I'm hungry.
Yes, exactly. So guys, we appreciate you sticking with us on our trip to IETC in Springfield, Illinois. Hopefully this podcast will drop Friday, and we will be recording another one on Friday morning.
Yeah, and if you kind of like the format of the more, like, I guess, vlog style, we tend to travel a lot. So if you do, just let us know, and we're happy to do it again.
Absolutely. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.